And let's see what the numbers of the tail of the tape tell us for this lightweight confrontation.
Take a look at those records, Moro. 10-1 for Brent Primus. We talked about it. He doesn't fight enough. 19-1 for Islam Mamedov.
Compelling contest at 155 with the official introductions. Here's Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA live on Showtime continues now in the lightweight division, set for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first the blue corner. At 5'11", weighing in 154.9 pounds, making his Bellator debut. He brings a professional record with 19 wins, just 1 loss and 1 draw. Fighting out of Mahatskala, Dagestan, Russia, Islam Mamedov. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner. At 5'10", weighing in 155.2 pounds, the former Bellator lightweight world champion returns with 10 professional victories, only 1 defeat. Fighting out of Portland, Oregon, introducing Brent Primus. In charge of the action, referee Blake Grice.
Blake Grice will be in charge of the refereeing duties for this lightweight matchup. Brent Primus comes in with a chip on his shoulder. Watts, top 10 ranked opposition. Mamedov making his debut, and boy, everything to gain against a former champion. High risk, low reward for Primus, but he wants to extend his winning streak, and he wants another crack at lightweight gold. Primus in the red gloves, Mamedov in the blue gloves.
You're absolutely right about that high risk, low reward, because a lot of people don't know Mamedov. This guy can fight. He is good everywhere. He's very calculated, takes his time. He is someone that you have to deal with in the wrestling and in the stand-up.
Primus, 8-1 in Bellator. Lone defeats 2. Former champion Michael Chandler. And Mamedov bouncing up and down, looking to collect that data from Primus. Primus fainting. Mamedov training with the greatest lightweight of all time, Mamedov, who's in his corner. He's also trained with Usman Nurmagomedov, who is coming up next as he will fight Manny Muro in our 3rd lightweight fight of the card.
Yeah, well, what you're looking at here right now is take a look at the movement, little tiny movements by Islam. You're talking about Javier Mendez and Khabib in his corner. You can't get any better than that. But they're not in the cage with him. And so Brent Primus only has to deal with Islam and what he's doing. And he needs to make sure that he gets inside of that range of Islam Mamedov.
Primus under the tutelage of Fabiano Schurter at American Top Team Portland and Performance Martial Arts as Mamedov landed the right hand.
Double jab and bang the leg.
Double jab, just as the corner asked for, and then just missed with the right hand. There's a calf kick countered by the right hand from Mamedov.
One problem when you're watching Primus, a lot of the time he starts to settle in and he'll keep his head on that center line. He does not get a lot of head movement. He doesn't move it off center line, so he needs to be careful with that.
Mamedov's like, okay, enough of those punches to the head. I'm going to close the distance. And now he's got Primus along the fence. Mamedov, a former combat sambo world champion.
Nice job by Primus to pummel inside. He's got double unders. The question is, what can he do from this position? Primus on the ground is a monster. This guy is so good with his submission skills. He can take on anybody on the ground.
All 8 wins by KO or submission for Primus have come in the first round, but Mamedov turns the tables and Primus is on his back where he is comfortable, looking for the double plata, but defended by Mamedov in the transition to the elbow. Plata.
Saw right away, going to the double plata, and that's exactly what you have when you're talking about dealing with Brent Primus. He doesn't just stay in one position, he's gonna move, and that's what he's gotta do. What he cannot do is settle for being underneath Mamedov and not attacking.
He submitted Tim Wilde via Gogoplata at Bellator Birmingham in May 2019. Under 2 minutes left now in the opening round. And again,
See him going for that.
omoplata again. Mamedov doing his homework.
And the real difference is, right now, Mamedov not that slick from sweat. As this goes on, those are going to slip off a lot faster.
Salient point as always from Big John McCarthy. 1.5 minutes left in the first frame. Of course, Patricio Pitbull, also the Bellator MMA lightweight champion. He has other business to tend to later tonight in the main event. Taking care of his featherweight championship duties against A.J. McKeon. Meanwhile,
Primus again coming up, looking either for a gogoplata, if he can get that across the neck, or swing that into that omoplata. Right now he's going after the omoplata. He's got that arm fairly deep. You see, nice job by Islam Mamedov to pull that arm out.
final minute of the first round. Some good stuff on the ground here as Brent Primus really trying his best to get that submission from bottom position.
What you're seeing is all that movement and all those, you know, the omoplata attempts by Primus is stopping the offensive attack of Mamedov.
And really, Mamedov unable to do much from top position because of that, John, and now working from the open guard of Primus. But Primus doing a good job of controlling his posture and neutralizing his offense.
Primus once again trying to bring that leg up.
My goodness.
I think he's actually trying to go towards a gogoplata.
He's a contortionist.
He is very flexible for a big guy.
And the first 5 minutes have elapsed at Bellator 263's third lightweight fight of the night. Has picked up a lot from the veteran trainer as we begin round number 2 of this lightweight matchup between the former Bellator 155-pound champion Brent Primus and the newcomer from Dagestan, Islam Mamedov. And Big John McCarthy's unofficial scorecard has Primus ahead as Mamedov was looking to close the show in spectacular fashion with that jumping knee.
He was definitely going after it. You got to like that. That's what you want to see out of him. Look at the reason that I had Primus winning that in the first round was he had some big strikes that he landed. Mamedov didn't land a whole lot. And although Mamedov got the takedown, he was defending more than Primus was. He was the guy that was actually on defense a lot of the time, even though he's in the top position. Nice takedown by
Mamedov, but immediately back up to their feet as Primus and Mamedov jockeying for position, pummeling, trying desperately to get dominant position in this game of inches.
And Mamedov showing just the complexity of the wrestling that he possesses. Those throws, that normally doesn't work against someone like Primus, but he's just got a technique that Primus hasn't felt before.
Mamedov undefeated in his last 19 fights. He feels what separates him from other fighters is that he trains with the best in the world, and we talk about that power couple in the corner of Ibn Nurmagomedov and Javier Mendez. I mean, AKA a championship factory, including our own Josh Thompson.
Yes, you have to include Josh. He's one of the guys that started that. Primus doing a good job of just slowly working the leg. Make it so he's slower when he goes for those takedown attempts. Don't let him have that strength. Nice elbow coming up by Primus.
2 minutes gone here in the second round, and Primus now putting the pressure. And again, that judo throw by Mamedov into side control.
Nice hard gauche by Mamedov. Beautiful job of getting Primus to the ground. Now he needs to stay in this side control position or go to a half guard. 9 of
Mamedov's 19 wins have come via submission, including 7 arm bars. Now back to the card of Primus, and Primus now looking for that gogoplata. Looking for a second gogoplata win, but Mamedov continues to remain calm, John, from top position and continue to try to do some damage.
Mamedov understands all of these positions. He knows what he's throwing up. He's doing a good job of defending against it, but he needs to figure out, how do I become offensive against this guy? Because what you got to love about Primus right now, take a look where his legs are. Feet on the hips. He's in a position to actually attack. That's what you're looking for. It makes it much rougher on Mamedov.
I think Primus is capable of having his legs be anywhere he wants. I mean, incredible flexibility for a heavily muscled fighter as again John goes to work.
Very nice job of Mamedov to get his arm out from the leg. Again, feet on the hips. Well, what Primus needs to start thinking about now, well, since I'm having a hard time getting that omoplata stuff, like his corner told him, if you start to go for this and he starts to pull away, then start to push off and stand up.
Omoplata by Primus, but Mamedov relieving the pressure.
And it was that Primus was not able to get that arm over the top of the back there to hold him down in that position. That's why Mamedov's able to work his way out and straight get that arm free.
But Mamedov has to do more here from top position, and I know.
Again, look at the
It's all
amount
Primus.
of offense. There's no real offense. Little shots to the body are not going to do anything.
All the offense is coming from Primus
Absolutely.
on the bottom.
Right now he's going for a Kimura. He's digging on that, trying to swing his hips through.
Looking for his first Kimura submission. He has 4 rear naked chokes, the gogoplata we mentioned, and a neck crank, but he is really doing a great job from his back, and Mamedov unable to get on track.
See, again,
This is one strike to the body.
and it's not a hard strike. You're talking about when we talk about strikes, there's no body behind it. You can't push off of the floor, so it's an arm punch. There's nothing really there. Mamedov has to start becoming offensive. He's done nothing after getting a beautiful hard goes to get this fight to the ground. There's been no offense really from him.
Bella, looking forward to Showtime Sports lineup this summer? Well, here's how you will never miss a fight.
Ready, fight.
Takedown is one thing, it's what you do with that takedown that counts, and second round is underway, both looking for the kick, and Primus slips and Mamedov pounces, but again it's Primus immediately to that rubber guard, looking again for either a gogoplata or an omoplata.
Now, right now, based upon where he's at without the fence, see how he's trying to bring him back to the
High fight IQ.
That's smart on Islam because he can use that to control the head position of Primus. Nice job of Islam stacking him up. Now we just want to see some offense out of him.
Mamedov started training when he was 7 years old, started with wrestling. Master of sports in combat sambo, a mentioned world champion as well in combat sambo. And the crowd, you know what? It's even nice to hear the boos. Not really.
Primus again going to rubber guard. Looking at this mission control position, he's got Mamedov's head down. There's not a whole lot of offense. He's going for the omoplata.
And the crowd needs to appreciate what Brent Primus is doing.
Brent Primus is being busy. He's trying. But he needs to switch the attack. He's
Very predictable.
When you keep going back to that well, the same thing. Now you are predictable. You need to change it up, get yourself back to your feet, or do something different to attack.
Well, he's trying to go for the double wrist lock. Shout out catch can wrestler Josh Barnett.
Okay. More like Carl Gotch.
Josh Barnett, another former broadcast partner. Got to give him some love as we got Primus looking to try to finish Mamedov from bottom position, but Mamedov, all he's doing is just falling back down into top position, but doing absolutely nothing with it.
Not a whole lot. I mean, he's throwing little shots here.
Little shots.
But there's just not a whole lot of big.
And you talk about the numbers. You give numbers to shots and punches in terms of scoring.
Oh, especially in this type of matchup, when you're looking, it's a matter of, you gotta think, I gotta be busy, I gotta look like I'm doing something to finish this fight. Mamedov again trying to step over that leg. He cannot get past the guard. Primus's guard is too good as far as him being able to step past that leg. He ends up back in the full guard, and you see him get off-centered by Primus.
And we know, of course, with Mamedov in top position, a lot of fans might think, okay, he's winning the round. A lot of judges may think so. And
Well, right
From
now,
my vantage point, he is controlling it.
at least what you're seeing with him posted up with his head over the top of Brent Primus, he's trying to do things to try to get some power on the shots. That's important. It's just that Primus is very good off his back.
He's very
creating
good at
problems.
defending. There's a short elbow strike from the bottom. Mamedov smothering Primus against the fence, but it's Primus who remains more active.
And again, you see Mamedov trying to pass the guard, finally gets that half guard position now. But again, that arm is in position where now he's going to try to hold on. And Primus is going to start to swing him right back into a full guard.
Minute and a half left in the fight.
Mamedov trying to use his knee to get Primus's grip broken on his arm.
Mamedov has never been submitted in 21 previous contests.
I don't think he's going to get submitted here in this one either, not based upon his ability to continually be smart and get his way out of these omoplata attempts. Again, there it is. But he keeps going back to the same thing, and you got to change it up. Once it hasn't worked, well, then figure out something else. Now attack for the leg lock. Let's go.
Under a minute left in the
Swing
fight.
legs inside. Let go of that omoplata. Reach the leg inside. Entwine the leg. Go for it.
Meanwhile, Mamedov, no sense of urgency, trying to defend here. Being very patient in terms of, and probably smart to do so, but man, there has to be a serious uptick in his offense, and time now, a critical factor under 30 seconds left.
Big factor right now.
It's going to be very interesting to see how the three judges here in California are going to score this fight.
This fight could go in any direction. I could see them giving it to Mamedov. I can see them giving it to Primus because it just depends on what you're giving that credit to.
And it will come down to the three judges at cage side to determine a winner of this lightweight matchup between the former Bellator lightweight champion Brent Primus and Bellator MMA newcomer Islam Mamedov. Hey, Bellator MMA is proud to share the screen with Showtime's critically acclaimed premium entertainment. Let's see what's coming up on Showtime. All right, Michael C. Williams has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go now to your three judges at cage side. Your first judge, Marcel Varela, scores the fight 29-28. He sees the fight for Mamedov. Your second judge, Sal D'Amato, 29-28. He sees the fight for Primus. Your third and final judge at cage side, Brian Miner, scores the fight 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Islam Mamedov.
You said it could go either way, and why do you think it went Islam Mamedov's direction in his Bellator MMA debut?